Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Chukwukajan and today I have a wonderful video that I want to do for you guys, an idea that I really want to convey about how to set balance between your life and your work, right? So welcome back to my channel, and before we continue, I would like to invite you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, comment on this video, like this video. It helps me make more wonderful videos for you guys. So let's talk about it. The balance between your life and work. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to make sure that you are both winning in work and also in your life, right? So, story time. There is this particular farmer that went to his farm on a particular day and found a goose, right? So this particular goose was laying an egg every month, and this farmer would go and sell that particular egg for profit. So this farmer was making money from the monthly egg that he collects from this goose, right? And it made the farmer so much wealth that there was much demand in the community. Oh, can you give us more eggs? We like this egg. We want it. Can you give us more of it? So this farmer got greedy and wanted to have as much eggs as possible, right? And this farmer went and killed the goose, right? And dug his hand inside the goose to collect all the eggs that the goose has, right? And when he did that, he found out that there was no egg in there. The goose was programmed to lay an egg every month, right? Not every week, but every month. And so this farmer ended up not only losing the goose, but then ended up losing the monthly stream of income that he was supposed to be getting from that goose. So what is the moral of this story is that you have to learn to balance your work and your life. Why is that important? It's important because your work is that goose that lays your monthly check, that lays the egg that you use to sustain your life, right? You cannot just kill the goose and decide that you want to collect all the money at once. No. You have to collect the money bi-weekly, bi-monthly, depends on how you are paid, right? So you have to make sure that you maintain your work. It is very important that you maintain your work. Ensure that you maintain balance. You have to think, how do I win at both my work and also how do I win in life? Now, this is another twist to this. Your work is, I said your work is the goose that lays your monthly eggs, right? Now, the other way around is also your life is the goose that lays the monthly eggs for your work. Because you need a life to be able to work. You need a stable mind to be able to work. You need a stable thinking faculty to be able to work, to be able to deploy that to work. So balancing the work and life is very important, that you make sure that none is lacking in any way. I'm not saying that you have to be perfect in all of this. No, I'm far from being perfect. I'm not perfect myself. But what I'm saying is that for the long term, there has to be a balance somewhat. There has to be a balance. There are some weeks in your life that, hey, it might require you to put more hours into your work, right? And there are some other weeks that you have to go out and take vacations. You have to go and recreate yourself. You have to go do something that helps your soul reconnect with you, right? So I'm going to be giving you guys some principles or some of the tips that I believe that you have to really employ to make sure that you are balancing your work and your life. So number one is set clear boundaries and stick to it. Now, remember, I did not say just establish a clear boundary. I said establish a clear boundary and then you have to stick to it. There has to be an enforcement on the clear boundaries that you set for yourself. So if you decide that you work only 9 to 5, let it be 9 to 5, right? Because I know that sometimes we might have some workloads that might have to creep into some other hours that we've set for ourselves. No, don't fall for that temptation. Stick to what you have. Stick to the time. Stick to the boundaries that you've set for yourself. Now, I know some people work Monday through Friday and some others work on Saturday. If your schedule is Monday through Friday, resist the temptation of working on Saturdays and Sundays. Those are the times that you need to set for yourself. Do what makes you happy. Do what you will feel rejuvenated after doing. For me, I like watching comedy. I like watching jokes. That makes me happy, makes me feel relaxed. I like watching movies that make me think, movies that take me out of the work mode and, get me into a relaxed mode. So these are the things that you have to find for yourself. What truly makes you feel relaxed? You have to find that and you have to do it. So another point to that, to setting the boundaries, is to make sure that you communicate those boundaries to your work people. Make sure that you communicate those boundaries to the people around you. So when you are at work, people will understand that, hey, you are my friend, right? I understand that you are at work right now. So let me give you that time to be able to do what you have to do, right? So make sure you communicate that to your friends, your colleagues, and your family. They need to understand when you are available for work and when this is my personal time. When a time is called personal, they have to understand that, right? So this will help you to manage expectations and also manage unnecessarily work-related stress during your personal time. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, make sure you prioritize and delegate. Identify the most important tasks and prioritize them. Now, look at this. You have to focus on high priority and high impact activities. Now, what do I mean by high priority and high impact activities? We have a plethora of activities on daily basis. We have so much to do on daily basis, right? And not every one of them is a high priority task, and not every one of them is a high importance or high impact task. You have to define which ones. So I'm a cybersecurity engineer. I have so many works related stuff to do, but not all of them weighs the same, right? There might be ones that are weighing 9 in impact level, right? Or 7 in high priority. So I have to identify which ones are high priority and which ones are high impact. High impact are those tasks that if you don't do and something damages, it's going to be a lot of money, all right, to fix that. And it's going to be a whole lot of reputational damages, or you understand in your life there are things that are really high impact, right? So make sure you prioritize that and focus on that, so that will help you in a given day at work. You are able to accomplish a lot. You are able to accomplish a lot. You check out the ones that are high impact and the ones that are high priority. And that would help you to, get focused. So this will help you to be more efficient and avoid feeling overwhelmed. So do not hesitate to delegate tasks when possible. Delegation is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. I actually read a book that the title of the book is Great CEOs Are Lazy, right? So the idea of the book is learning how to hire the right people in your job, learning how to hire the people that have the capacity to do the job. But not only that, learning how to remove yourself from the cycle and delegate that task to somebody else to do. So you have to be a master at delegation because there are so many stuff that you have to do. You don't have to apply yourself to everything. make sure the right people are in place, and give them the authority and the power to do what is necessary. So you have to trust your team or colleagues to handle certain responsibility, and remember that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. So the last point that I want to bring to you guys is set regular breaks and downtimes for you. Incorporate breaks into your workday and recharge and avoid burnout. Short breaks throughout the day can enhance your productivity. It can rejuvenate you. So for me, at work, from 12 to 1, I am not online. I have to go and do something. I want to go out. I want to refresh. Because I work from home, I look at the whole four walls of my office every day. Sometimes you can get really, really burnt out like doing that, right? So how do I solve that problem? How do I make sure that I don't get burnt out, right? I try to schedule 12 to 1 on daily basis. I let my coworkers know that this is my personal time. I have to go for lunch. And I step out. Sometimes I drive around. Sometimes I go buy food. Sometimes I go downstairs in my sitting room and just watch Netflix for just 1 hour, right? So make sure you schedule break times for you. It is just for your mental health, right? So that's great. So schedule downtimes for yourself to engage in activities that you enjoy, whether it is spending time with your family or friends or pursuing a hobby or just simple relaxing. Just make time for activities outside of the work essentials and things that you love. So remember, a perfect balance does not exist. You will never have a perfect balance. Some days, yeah, you have to work as hard as possible. Some days you might not even take that lunch break. Some days you just forget, like totally forget that, you have to schedule time for yourself. But whenever you remember, what do you do from there? That is what matters, right? So in summary, I'm trying to let you know that there has to be a balance somewhere between your work and your life. Remember, it's a win-win situation. Your work has to win because that's the golden goose that lays your monthly eggs, which is your cash, right? And then your life also has to win, right? Because your life is also the golden goose that lays the monthly eggs for your work. You need your work to sustain your life, and you also need your life to sustain your work. It's just an infinite cycle, right? This affects this and this affects that. So think win-win. How do I win at work and how do I win? Now, some of these principles that I have alluded here will be able to help you, but also understand that any framework that you are using, personalize it, right? Make it yours and try to enforce it. It wouldn't cost you anything to enforce these principles, right? But it's going to cost you everything if your work and your life goes into chaos. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel today. And I have a whole lot of videos down here that you could look at for insights in your finances, in real estate, and leadership. I'm going to be making more videos moving forward. So let me know what you think about this video, and blessings. Bye.